So as far as my centering prayer journey, I always looked for like kind of a meditative practice because my mom was Buddhist, my dad was Christian. And so and so my mom would have a chanting practice. And so, and she did that regularly as I was growing up. And so I kind of wanted to meld the two together. And so I tried different meditative different ways of meditating. And then it came to centering prayer. And it also kind of brought together kind of the Buddhist side and the Christian together because it allows you to meditate and you don't have to be of a certain faith, even though it comes out of the Catholic tradition. What was attractive about it is it just required some sort of sense of the divine operating or some higher power and operating in your life and just consenting to allowing that to work. So that was really attractive to me. So that's how I started centering prayer. And I started it, oh, I think it's been almost 20 years now, maybe longer, 25 years, maybe. It's been a long time. And I think the practice came to me during a time when I had lost a fiance very suddenly. And so it was a huge, significant loss. And so someone just said, stay true to the practice, keep doing it. Because I was like, I don't know. I was new to it and I didn't know if it was gonna, I didn't feel like anything was happening. So I did that. I just kept doing it over and over. And I started to see things happening in my life. People, saying, well, you're different. You're calmer or the way you're responding to things is a little different. And I said, "Oh, okay, it's working, or something's going on in the divine, realm." And so that's kind of how I came to the practice. And then I'll just kind of move quickly toward why I ended up doing going into the prison. Um, so what I was finding is that there weren't a lot of at least through the center that I'm affiliated with, is there wasn't a lot of people that look like me. But in the facility, there's a lot of people that, come from, I'm a person of color that come from that, background. And so I thought it would be nice to be able to go in and then see a face that's very, very similar background. So that was kind of my initial attraction to it is very, just kind of like, oh, well, I think this might be a good thing. And I retired in 2020, and that's when I started going into the prison. And the woman that was running it, wanted to step away because she'd been doing it for several years. And so the timing was perfect. So that's kind of how I ended up. And it's great too that it's a women's prison too, because because I think there are some things with gender too that's relatable. Because a lot of the people that are in our group, they're parents, they have families outside, and there's just a female perspective that I think comes to the practice.